going to tell you what you need for a great quinceañera party. Hello, my name is Paloma. I am a quinceañera photographer. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you're going to learn everything about a quinceañera and how to plan one. So get your notebook, grab your coffee, and let's get started. In this video, we're going to cover the most important things that you're going to need for a great quinceañera party. Remember that this can change and you can adjust all of this to your own quinceañera. These can vary, these can change according to the kind of quinceañera you want to have, according to your budget, according to the number of guests you're going to have. Like, there are so many variables that change from event to event. So keep that in mind. I'm just going to tell you like the most important things, and I'm also going to tell you different options for each one of those things. First thing that you're going to need, it's going to be the location. You're going to need a place where you're going to have your quinceañera party. Now, once again, this can change according to the kind of quinceañera you want, according to your budget, and a very, very big factor that it's going to help you to choose and select like what kind of venue you need to start looking for. It's going to be how many guests are you going to have for your quinceañera party. Now, I have a video specially dedicated to this. It's actually the first 3 things that you need to look into before booking any vendors, before doing anything at all. This is like the super first thing that you need to do when you start planning your quinceañera. The link is up here. I'm also going to leave the link down below. Make sure to watch it before you start looking for venues. You can decide if you want to have a smaller celebration, like your very, very close family, super close friends, like if you want to have something small. I have photographed quinceañeras in a backyard and they just have a couple of tables set up. They decorate it beautifully and they just have like a smaller quinceañera in their backyard. I have also photographed quinceañeras that just have like a dinner and a nice restaurant, and it's also just like a small group. They still celebrate the quinceañera. This is still an important day. It's still a special celebration. You don't necessarily have to do like the big, huge, like traditional quinceañera party. You can just have like a smaller celebration depending on what you want. If you love parties and you want to have like the big, big, big quinceañera party, then you are going to have to look into venues that are especially dedicated to that host like quinceañeras, weddings, all kinds of events. If you have any questions at any point, just let me know in the comments. The second thing that you're going to need for your quinceañera party is going to be food and drinks. Here you have so many options, but you have to make sure you have drinks to serve to your guests, and it doesn't even have to be like cocktails or wine. Like, that's up to your parents to decide if they want to serve alcohol at the quinceañera party. But also think like soft drinks, or what are you going to serve to your guests. And food, you have to have some food for your guests. Here you can also decide what kind of meal you want to have. There are so many options. Decide whatever you like the best. You can have a sit-down dinner, you can have a buffet. I've seen quinceañeras where they have like food trucks, or you want to have a taquero. If you want to have like a formal 2-3 times sit-down dinner, it's really up to you, so you can decide. And within this category, I want to include appetizers too. Like, that's usually how you start the quinceañera party. It's not a mandatory thing to do. You don't have to provide or serve appetizers for your guests. If you decide to do it, this usually happens at the very beginning of the reception. Actually, depending on the kind of hall or the kind of venue where you decide to have your quinceañera. Just this example. If you choose, let's say, a hotel, have a garden next to your like indoor hall where you're going to have your quinceañera party, you could do the cocktail hour and serve the appetizers outside and move into the indoor hall to have like the actual dinner and like the whole quinceañera party. You could also serve the appetizers in the same hall. Here, I also want to remind you that there is no rule saying that what you have to serve at the party. You know, the typical appetizers like a charcuterie board with like meats and cheeses, crackers, that's not your thing. You don't have to serve that. I've also seen quinceañeras that have a Mexican snack bar. I actually saw this recently in a quinceañera. They had like ice cream. They could put like the mango ice cream with chamoy and tajin. They also had street corn. They have just like chopped mango, like chopped fruit, you know, like just imagine your usual Mexican snack deliciousness that we like to have. And they were serving that as like appetizers and desserts. So once again, include things in your quinceañera that you really like, that you're going to enjoy at the end of the day. day, this is your party. And within the same category, I also want to include desserts, candy table, and the cake. Here you also have a lot of different options. I have seen so many things like an ice cream bar, a donut bar, candy tables, Mexican candy tables. Once again, it's not mandatory to have a dessert table. If you want to have one or if you're having one in your quinceañera, let me know in the comments. And you can also ask like the person who does your catering if they also do desserts tables, the person who's doing the dessert table if they also do cakes. You can try and choose like the different vendors that you're going to need. It's very important, keep in mind, the more vendors that you have, the more coordinating that you're going to have to do during the planning and during the quinceañera. And if it sounds like a long list of different vendors and different things that you're going to need, don't worry, because I have another video where I tell you exactly all the vendors that you're going to need, at what point before your quinceañera you need to start looking for them and booking them. I'm going to leave the link up here, and the link is also going to be down below. The third thing you're going to need to have a great quinceañera party is going to be entertainment. In this category, I'm going to include everything from mariachi, if you want a DJ, if you want to have like music, if you want to have banda, like all of the entertainment that you're going to have at the quinceañera party. And this category, it's very, very important because I don't know if you have experience going to a party where everything is perfect, everything is beautiful, food is delicious, everything is fine, but the music, it's just kind of off, like not really music that you can dance to, not really music that your family, that your friends like dancing to. And the party, it's just not as good as it could be because the music was off. Once again, in this category, I want you to take into account all the kind of entertainment that you're going to have. This includes, for example, if you want to have a mariachi band playing during the cocktail hour or during dinner, if you want to have a DJ for the whole reception, or if you would like to have a DJ and live music, or a DJ and a banda, or so many different combinations that you could be doing. Also, within this category, I also want to mention all the different things that the DJs can include within their packages to make your party more fun. For example, stuntmen or the LED-like robot, and those are things that are really going to help you, your family and friends to like really enjoy the party and have fun. And as an example, if you want to watch like a real quinceañera party with a LED-like robot, I'm gonna leave the link up here. The link is also going to be down below. Also, what kind of souvenirs they have. This includes like the balloons or like the headbands with lights, glasses with lights. You can also bring those yourself, but those are things that also help to like set up the vibe for your party. And within this category, I also want to include if you want to have any kind of performances during your quinceañera party. Once again, not mandatory, not necessary. Now to recap, here are the things that you're going to need to have a great quinceañera party. Number 1, location. Number 2, food and drinks. And number 3, entertainment. If you're planning your quinceañera and you want to go more in depth on all those things, and like all the different things that you need to get and at what point you need to book them, I created a video series where I guide you throughout the whole quinceañera process. I tell you what vendors you need to get, I tell you what you need to look for, what you need to buy, what you need to get, what you need to plan, what you need to schedule, absolutely everything, and it's completely free. So definitely check this out next. You will also find the link down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I hope you have a great quinceañera. Bye!